That is one of the really impacting people. We have a for sale where you go also get it for free online. You don't have to buy these things anymore. Right? Now what's special about this, and this guy, this concept, was that we figured out how to eradicate poverty. We really do think so. Right? And for the past 21 years, we have been trying to prove this to be true. So I started my Cashflow club for that business school. I'm already tech. I didn't get an A or B in my project. I got a C minus or something. Right? He didn't believe that games could teach. And at the time of the project, I had no way of proving it. I did. But by December 2005, I got my first board game. It's a board game that this guy invented. This book was supposed to be the introduction manual to that board game. Now when he is saying, and when he has said throughout the decades of teaching this stuff, this is not taught in the school system anyway. The decades of teaching this stuff, he said something very important. The ability to sell is the #1 skill in business. The ability to sell is the #1 skill in business. So, his philosophy was, if you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you want to be successful in business, you want to be a successful real estate investor, you want to be a successful investor on the board, you want to be wealthy, you want to be successful financially, is the ability to sell and get first. You want to be successful in business? Get a job in sales, part-time or full-time. Master sales. Sales equals income. When you master sales, you can go into any business and make money. Because you know how to design your business system to constantly have sales coming in. Even if you have a restaurant and you're relying on walking customers from your social media marketing, if you can sell and you have business cards, you will go out to companies, organize meetings, and book corporate orders. So you get these big corporate orders coming in along with your walking customers. That's a salesperson. Any industry you go into, you always have an advantage over your competitors. We're real estate. Over years I'm running Cashflow Club. Different companies, of course, benefited from because our ability to produce graduates with a high level of ability was extraordinary. The games improved over 90% and more. So we started to introduce sales training to Cashflow Club in 2010. I became a sales trainer in 2007. So I make sure I'm master sales training. Because being a sales trainer, they're not what sales trainers are trying to do. They're not sales courses. They're trying to do. In fact, they can't even have sales courses anymore. We don't know. We know we train people non-stop. Every single Sunday. Every Sunday. All through Carnival, all through Christmas, every year, for 21 years so far. Right? Why are we doing this? We think it is the solution to poverty, that we're proving it non-stop, and we actually set a goal 2025. Poverty should not be no kind of country, because it's a small country. Our country is very small, it's only 1.4 million people. Right? I'm pretty sure I trained some of your family members already, or some of your friends, or some of your co-workers, or some of your business partners, most likely, or they will be in a speech, or whatever. Right? So, today, we brought the game on display, we brought some books as well. Again, even though the books are for sale, all those books are free online. You don't have to buy books anymore, but if you want to, we have some little Cashflow books to sell these books. Right? So I'm going to show you guys some basic financial education because this country has a lot of opportunities coming in this way. And from what I learned from Nigeria, it's a fantastic opportunity. That opportunity of those who are retired homes and that industry, that's a very new have parts of the kids alone because it actually was a struggle. Kids get suspended from school for selling in school. I mean, we had kids suspended from school for 1 years and stuff doing the school programs. Then kids are being trained in Cashflow, they usually come with their family. We train their families together, mother, father, kids, that kind of thing. They want to train together, do the same things. Because what we teach is not only in the school system. You don't learn real estate investing in the school system. You don't learn to sell in the school system. You don't learn how to trade stocks in the school system. You don't learn how to raise capital in the school system. You don't learn debt financing in the school system. You don't learn how to pay taxes in the school system. You all learn all those things? No. You don't learn the importance of a limited liability company as opposed to a sole trader. You don't learn that. So we teach those things because nobody else does. You don't learn those things in an MBA program. In fact, we purposely compete against and Yuri for those graduates in the university. We don't want them to learn an MBA program or master's program. We lose them after that. They become employees. Right? So back to the point of learning. Second worst way to learn is hearing words. You remember 20% of what you hear. So you listen to me today and making sense, you only remember 20%. Right? The most effective way to learn by far is doing the real thing. Doing the real thing. This is how we make mistakes. We make mistakes and we learn from our mistakes. The second most effective way to learn is simulating the real experience. And that's what we have there, a business simulator. And we train sales with it as well. So, Garden Life helped us from 2007 to about 2012, 2013. Around that time, Garden was at best, right? Alright. They really helped. They had us to train people for free for like the first 2 years in Dickson. And then they had a discount in rental rate in Dickson Street branch for like 4 years. We trained thousands of people. A lot of them joined Garden Life and became successful agents. Some others went to other companies. And then when Garden Life, eventually Garden Life let us go. American Life took us in immediately. And instead of giving us a discounted rental rate, they allowed us to free. For like, we were there for like 4 years. I was able to save a lot of money, make money there, because I didn't have a rental fee, and invest in different franchises as time went by. And Max's the latest franchise. In 2017, because of our goal to try to eradicate poverty in 3 countries by 2025, Remax actually approached us with the idea of using their system to expand to those other countries, because they were established in Sudan, Ghana, and 120 other countries. So that's why we bought Remax franchise in 2017, and since then, we've been using Cashflow to trade with Remax agents. We hired one partner full time. We are already the largest real estate brokerage in the country. Right? We have these training sessions every single Sunday. We have a program, the Cashflow program, is only $500. It goes into detail into the business. Even though it's real estate oriented, we still learn business, investing, finance, and that kind of thing. Our basic definition of an asset is something that puts money into your pocket every single month, whether you work on it. So what's the definition of an asset? Something that puts money into your pocket every single month, whether you work on it. Therefore, the definition of liability is something that takes money out your pocket every single month, right? So at Cashflow, what we do, we simply buy assets, things that bring in money, real estate, businesses, stocks, things that bring in income, right? And we master sales because sales equals income. If you're in a difficult financial situation in life, increase your sales. Not very, yeah, increase marketing too, yes, but increase your sales. Make more calls, book more meetings, right? If you really want to expand your income, learn to teach people how to sell. So you can train your team, have regular meetings every week. This is basic business. And you'll be surprised how many companies making millions of dollars in Trinidad Tobago and have no sales training. It's crazy. I train people all the time, every day, with my team, all the time. When we entered the real estate market in 2017, there was one real estate company that was exposed. They were outside of the Western circle, you know? They were outside, they were exposed. You don't know that company? It belongs to a big conglomerate called Massy. Remember Massy Realty? To see the signs everywhere? Massy Realty on Territory. Remember those days? No, it's Remax on Territory. What If you have one outlet, let me show you what I mean, because I have two outlets. This is a business system. We use this DNA camera to build businesses very quickly. Right? If you have a strong business system, then you need to duplicate it. I know some of you might be at that level right now, looking at the second or third outlets. Right? This is what you duplicate. So I'm going to run through this very quickly. Probably shouldn't. I want to show my business remax and Cashflow, right? So Cashflow. So the initial Cashflow is to elevate financial planning of humanity. Our company goal is public education by 2025. The main mission of the company is to elevate financial planning of humanity. That's Rich Dad's goal. Rich Dad's goal. Team. I have a very strong team for about 20 years. There's some of them there. Yuri has been with us since 2007 when he was 15. He has a little Cashflow. Right? Leadership, I think CEO. I've been CEO since 2005. I had to learn leadership. I started very quickly. I'm still a young CEO at 49 years old. Product. Cashflow product is extraordinary. Granted, it's about Cashflow program. Actually, join Remax and become agents like a partner full time. Some of them, not all of them. Right? Partner full time in master sales. Some of them leave Remax after 2-3 years and start their own business. We see that as a success. Nobody leaves a company and gets a job. Unless it's in sales. Right? The sales job is the highest paid profession in the world. And Remax is the highest paid commercial player in the real estate industry. Right? So if you want to know more about Dickson, Cashflow, Remax and that kind of thing, you can probably, we probably hand out my business cards so we can stay in touch if you want more information. If we have a program to join very soon, for those who want to take action immediately. We have a program starting this Sunday at 4 p.m. in Yuri. It's only $500 for the program. If I get $500, it's not just the program, it's actually a lifetime membership fee. So the Cashflow. So you have free repeats. You can keep on repeating the program to improve your skill. Because when you submit your experience, what increases your knowledge and ability is constant practice. So that's why we don't stop these passion sessions. After finishing the program, we immediately start on the program. So the last program I had, we graduated last Sunday. And then this Sunday we started a new cycle, one time. And I would say half the 2,000 classes are very max. It just depends on time and we got what kind of businesses you want right now. Right? So ladies and gentlemen,